Ready? Thank you. The recording is on, so please make sure that you are careful in what you are saying and doing, okay? It is 12 p.m. and we will call this meeting to order. Josephine, can you do roll call, please? Josephine? Josephine? Honey, you want to go check, please? Thank you. I do know we have quorum by looking at who we have.
Josephine.
Okay. Josephine, can we do quorum, please? Can we?
Oh, here you go. I think you
There
can
you go.
talk now.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Josephine, roll call, please.
Okay, oh, am I on? Where am I? Which
Yes,
picture?
you're
I
on.
don't see it. See, I'm trying to put myself back there.
Oh yeah, it's okay.
Okay, so earlier you make the conference room
Yeah, the room
host,
is the
right?
host.
So let me,
Yeah.
this is me.
Yeah.
Maybe here.
Okay. Yeah, probably. Or you can still do roll call. I think I can turn your camera off if you want.
Yeah, but I muted myself, right?
Oh, everybody can hear you.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Roll call.
Oh, no. Okay, Josephine, can we have roll call, please?
Okay. Cookie Bala. Beverly Gotelli.
Here.
Louis Johnson.
Here.
William Hinata.
He is here.
Here, right? Okay. Stephen Long. Sarah Medero.
Here.
Sally Ogata.
Here.
Susie Sober.
Here.
Marilyn Seeley.
Here.
Barbara Service. She signed in. She's still here. Barbara, are you there? Huh. Okay. Gary Simon.
Here.
Lisa Spencer.
Here.
Rick Tabor.
Here.
Leslie Tanon.
Here.
Raylene Kennel.
Here.
Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 members. Forum.
Thank you.
Mate.
Thank you. Okay, going on the agenda. It does talk about review PABEA meeting protocols, professional rules, and of decorum. And just so everybody knows that whatever has happened outside of this realm during this election cycle should be outside of this room. As a PABEA member, you are still governed by state law because you signed a paper to say that you would follow those rules. And this being recorded, it is out to the public via YouTube. And I did watch one of them, okay? So please, just have a no for all of us, okay? And this is to ensure that all board members, ex officio members, EOA staff, and invited guests conduct themselves professionally at the Policy Advisory Board for Elder Affairs and its committee meetings, okay? Nonpartisan conduct. We shall conduct ourselves in a manner that does not shed light on a political individual, especially in an election year. We shall stay neutral. We can mention office, but not the individual by name. As for logos, t-shirts, and any promotional items, signs, pens, magnets, shall not be brought to the Executive Office on Aging, nor worn or distributed during a board meeting. Okay? Before the meeting, please arrive on time. Okay? Review the agenda and materials, test your mics, test your cameras, screen sharing. And screen sharing actually goes to Josephine because she is the host of these meetings, okay? Please put your phones on silent mode and notifications. And I'll be a prime example. My phone on my watch, I did not realize that I had to turn it off and I was in church. The phone didn't ring, but the watch rang. So please make sure that you turn those things off, okay? I know, but it happened, okay? During the meeting, we are to follow the agenda, stay present, and avoid multitasking. Raise your hand and wait for the chair to call you by name. Listen fully before responding. Keep comments clear and concise. Mute when not speaking, and this is for those people who are visiting us via Zoom. PABEA non-voting members must, PABEA voting members must keep your camera on, okay? And avoid interrupting or talking over others. Ask questions respectfully once the chair has acknowledged you. Those online, please make sure you use the raise hand function on the Zoom. Share the floor, don't dominate. Stay professional in tone, body language. No foul language will be tolerated, okay? And so, things are happening and sometimes we get real heated in the moment and we sometimes forget where we are. So this is just kind of to remind us of there is a decorum that we all should be following. As we said, these owls are very, very sensitive. And if you're on the outside, like our folks joining us on Zoom, they hear everything. They hear the sidebars, they hear the paper crackling. I mean, it's things that we don't hear because we're right here. But it's either very sensitive on that side. Okay, any questions? Okay, Josephine, Stephen is here.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Carolyn?
So one comment, we'll make sure that, we wrote this all down. We'll make sure that it goes out as part of the next set of minutes so that you all have it. But just like she said, a reminder especially during election year and stuff, don't come in, wearing your T-shirt supporting somebody for a PABEA meeting and things like that also. So I think it's pretty straightforward, but did you guys have any questions for Bev or myself?
No lobbying.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, going on, the draft minutes of the meeting of April 22nd, that was rescheduled for April 10th. Due to the closure of the state offices. Now, I need a motion to accept the minutes for April 22nd.
No motion, Rick
Okay,
Faber.
thank you, Rick. Second? Okay, it's been moved by Rick Tabor, second by Sarah Lenza Maderas. Discussion. Okay, seeing none, hearing none, we have accepted the minutes of April 22nd. Going on, executive director's report.
Okay, thanks, everyone. Just to let you know, my report is actually the report that I was going to give all of you, in April when we all were unfortunately closed down due to no, that wasn't the Kona Low too. That was what do they call it?
It was the Kona Low. That was
No.
the first of the Kona Lows. So
No, April
second.
10th was
April
the,
10th.
they called it severe weather. It
yeah,
was severe weather.
severe
Okay,
weather.
I
Sorry.
knew it was one of them.
Yeah, severe.
So just wanted to update, some of the things going on. We did, you may not have seen it, but I can get you all copies if you want. It's attached to my minutes, but if you want a written copy, is that we did do a brain health deal, an article in the Star Advertiser on March 15th. And it was really looking at dementia. So brain health dealing with dementia. So it wasn't just the piece that we did. Oh, Tommy left. Okay, the piece that we did here at EOA, but they actually incorporated a bunch of other articles too. So if you haven't had a chance to see that, I encourage you all to take a look at it. The timing of that wasn't the best because we were in the middle of all these storms. So I don't know if people even had a chance to read that. But thank you, Sarah, for your nice comments. I appreciate it.
It really made me cry.
Yeah, I think all of us have dealt with dementia in one
Yes.
way, shape, or form, right? Whether it's family members or aunts, uncles, loved ones. So I think we all have a personal stake in it, right? So I just kind of felt motivated to do that. The other thing is that we did participate partially, and kudos to the city and county of Honolulu for standing up the CAC. You guys really, I heard just awesome things about it. I mean, I went out there twice, in the afternoon, but just people just said how well it was organized, how, what they did, instead of people just aimlessly walking around, they are assessed first before they come in and they find out what their needs are, and then they actually had these navigators that would take them to the tables that could address their needs. Yeah, so it was really nice. I went out, Deborah went out, and, oh, Norma went out, Norma. Hey, Norma, I think Norma may be on too. So we all had good experiences. And I just think it was really, and now I think you guys are in the recovery phase, so it's been moved to, where was it moved to? I know it's probably in the report, but I'll,
They call it the Wailua,
post office or something?
post, yeah, the old post office.
The old post office.
It's
Yeah.
actually in Paliva.
Okay, yeah, but again, had a bird's eye view on some of that stuff, but and a kudos to my colleague Daintree Bartolos for actually ensuring that we had people there to address, access and functional needs. I know I think you guys were working really closely with Daintree, and she worked with the other state offices like Office of Language Access and the Disability Communication Access Board. So there was always somebody there and different stakeholders that we work with in the community too. So just grateful for everybody that helped out with that. Also, we launched our new database. We were able to transfer over 209,000 records of individuals to the new platform. And we actually, so we moved over 5 years of data. And we also archived years 6 through 10. So it's available for us if we need it. So that's archived too. So yeah, so still working through some of those things, but got that off in mid-March, and that was my report for March. But to just add on to this for this last month of April, just really busy with the winding down of the legislative session, getting ready for the Americans Month and all of that. So just to add to that. Thank you.
Any questions? Okay, going on, Chair's report. Well, as all of you know, when the severe weather came, we all experienced something.
Yeah.
No matter where we were, we all experienced something. And between the director and I, we said, you know what, the offices, before the offices were even closed, we had been discussing it. What should we do? You know, what's the best for us? And I believe this is the Wednesday before that Friday.
Right.
We had already said, okay, we'll give it 24 hours. We'll wait till Thursday. And if, you know, we really feel it's so bad, we're just gonna postpone our meeting to the next month. So we had discussions like that prior to the state offices being closed, you know, thinking of everybody's health and well-being too. And traveling in that weather was not going to be good.
Was Inter-Islands even closed down?
State offices, I think
No, Inter-Island.
flights,
Flights.
no,
Oh, there was
no, it was only, I did not hear of any. But again-
they closed.
Okay, yeah, there were certain airports that did close, but
Okay.
you know,
Yeah, I didn't hear
it
that
was
part of it.
by island that they did, okay? And we also have been in touch about planning for different activities, definitely, you know, for our meetings here and what our decorum should be. And so just to keep us all abreast is that we're very passionate about different people, but we still need to remember, we are here as an advisory board to help the office, the Executive Office on Aging. Yes, thank you. Josephine, Barber Service is here. Sorry. Okay, thank you. Okay, you're welcome. Okay, Rick, legislative.
Well, so kind of a fast meeting because everything's being heard today. And it was already mentioned, people probably heard this, there's no Kapuna caucus this afternoon. It's been moved to the 8th and she's gonna send information to everybody. But they're hearing stuff over there today. So I think we're gonna hang out in here and watch some things.
You
So that's such a
talk
thing.
about those? You don't want to talk about HB 1672, the cryptocurrency?
I think that one passed. didn't it?
That passed.
Okay, so they think
No, it
cryptocurrency
did pass.
pass?
It did.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, okay,
so,
okay,
Yeah.
sorry, okay,
So-
just to, go ahead, Rick.
but so most everything else is going to be heard, or has been heard already today. A lot of it's like this afternoon, 1:45, 3:20, 3:45. Yeah, and so budget passed last night, right?
Yes, it did.
Understanding?
Yeah, but about.
That was the hold up a little bit, I think, and so that's why things have been delayed like 2 or 3 times,
Mhm.
so. So real fast, so stuff has to wrap up today. And then May 8th is the next deadline for everything to be turned in. How do you say it?
Says signed I.
Signed I.
Signed I.
Signed I by May 8th. And then governor has until sometime mid to late July to sign. So he's either gonna sign, veto, or let just pass into law. And then the one thing I did mention in our meeting is sometimes there is a signing ceremony for Kapuna kind of stuff. It's nice if we can join that. And so we'll know about that later as well.
Are you gonna watch the conference committees here or?
Yeah, we were talking about
Okay.
doing that.
Okay. no.
So one comment that Christina made is it's easier to hear here.
Yeah.
I am gonna go over because I'm gonna be with groups of folks, so the hearing aid folks can be with them at all
Thank
times association.
Okay,
So-
thank you, Rick.
Do we have a list
So,
of those today?
I think
Yeah.
Karen, Christina passed them out to them
Oh, okay.
earlier, so, and I mean, there was a whole lot of them that she's
Okay.
been sending out to us,
Okay.
so, okay. Okay, thank you. Plans and projects review committee, Lisa.
Thank you. Again, we just want to, as a committee, thank all the AAAs for providing us your reports each month. We do congratulate you for, or commend you for all the hard work that you do with, especially with your outreach in meeting the needs of our communities. In the coming year, we would like to, as PPRC, more actively participate in the EOA state plan process. So please include us in any meetings or any review of documents. We'll be more than happy to provide our input and feedback. So thank you again. And I just wanted to take a moment to thank the PPRC team for working with me this year as their chair. So thank you very much.
Thank you. And just to let everybody know, because she's not gonna be here next month, that's why. I found out after our PPRC meeting. I'd like to thank Lisa for her service to us here on PABEA and also as the PPRC chair, okay? And unfortunately, Lisa has decided our meetings are the same time. She has school meetings
Right.
and, she is still working. So I'm sorry she's leaving.
Can she join us for OAM though?
I will check with her if she can join us on June 12th, okay? And just so happens, she's gonna be out of town on June 5th. Okay, so Lisa, can you check June 12th for us? Okay, thank you.
I'm
Okay,
I'll be out of town on June 12th, so.
Oh, okay.
Thank you
Lisa.
though. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, thank you. Rick, recognition and awards?
Okay. So we kind of pulled things together. So we're gonna go, instead of with medallions, we're gonna do the monkey pod bowls with engraving on it. So older Americans were working on what all can fit on that and the person's name. We're gonna downsize the pictures from large ones because Beverly has pointed out it's hard for people to carry them back. So we're gonna go with 11 by 14. I do have the frames that come in. We're gonna have a table in the corner up front with a doll on their display and then the bowls on there as well. Maybe the proclamations too. I met with Governor. Governor came to Rotary on Tuesday. He travels the second week of every month because that's when of June, because that's when school is out and he's got kids. So not today, but probably next meeting I'll have on the agenda. We'll talk about maybe an alternative time to do next year where we can try to hopefully have the governor. So Beverly kindly today went over to president and speaker's offices because they're both from Hawaii and invited them to join us. So that's probably gonna be who represents the state. We're working on a booklet. Caroline and Tia, our intern, have been very active working on that. You probably know, what did you say, May 14th is when we need everything in?
Yeah,
So if you could send, when you send to her, also send to me because I'm gonna go print the pictures. I'd like to do it early. So high definition pictures. And because it's 11 by 14, I might suggest we do more head shoulder so it actually stands out. Because it'll be really small otherwise. The lays, so I don't know if you know, but lays are about $65 to $100 right now.
Yep.
So we're not gonna do that for real lays. So we're back to the eyelash lays, the kind of thicker ones. So we're probably going to do that. Kimberly is going to help us with that. And then RSVP stuff is gonna go out
yeah.
a while. So right now for volunteer stuff at the function, I have everybody signed up for the same stuff they did before. There's gonna be less to do. Susie, your team, as Bree and Lay have said, we could come as early as 8:30. We all plan to be there. One change I also made, I just went over yesterday. We're going to have, so for setup, we're gonna have the music again, but this time we're gonna use the ceiling speakers. So we figured that out yesterday. Sounds really good because we can control the volume better. One side isn't getting blasted. And then kind of key too, we need to know, we said by May 20th, RSVP vegetarian or the regular will be a beef, meal. Okay, and then, I guess my biggest thing is just knowing who from PABEA will be there. So we can make sure, so Leslie and Kimberly have agreed to do the registration table, so we have that covered. We're only gonna do 10 lays, so we really just, so Barbara and Steven, you were last year if you wanna do it again this year. So we'll go over all that later. And that should, I think, go ahead.
Briefly. I've already been in communications with the execs, so don't worry, and I have 2 of the 4 already, so don't worry about the pictures and stuff. The other thing is you will be getting an email about the event, okay, with, your invitation, okay, even though you guys ought to be, I still want you to have a nice invitation, but don't worry, it's gonna be in color, that's gonna go out. But, this was just to share with Rick and, Beth, but what please make sure that you read it though, because when you respond, you're gonna respond to Tia Ho. She's our intern here that's gonna be, she's helping everything OAM right now as far as doing the, like you said, doing the booklet. She's gonna be taking all the reservations. She's gonna be helping with seat assignments and everything. So great to have that help this year. So please make sure that you email back your meal choices to Tia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cause then I need to get those to 15 Craigside in advance so
Yeah.
they can plan accordingly.
And if we don't hear back from you, we will follow up, but if you guys could just quickly, once you get that, I'm hoping she will send it out on either Monday or Tuesday at the latest, but it is a quick turnaround so that we can meet the head count and everything, so thank you. Okay.
And just as a follow-up to what, oh, Barbara?
I just wanted to ask, is our Lana Keela
Yes,
serenaders performing?
yes.
Yep, so the Happy Senior Serenaders from Lanakila Multipurpose Senior Center are gonna do 3 songs. They selected a middle song that goes along with our theme, which is gonna get everybody up moving and dancing, and
Okay,
it sounds like a lot of fun. And then Rep Corey Chan is actually gonna be our MC again. And then is there
No, it's okay, sorry. I
Okay.
saw something that said.
any other? And you can always email me if you have questions, Caroline, myself.
just as a reminder, because you are here today, okay, if you like, you can write it on, I can give you the back of this pink sheet, you put your name and what your meal selection is. It's either gonna be a
That would be
beef
easier.
or a vegetarian, and that would be way easier. So I'm gonna start with Stephen on that side, and I'll just pass it on to Steve, okay? So, I mean, because we're here, you
That's a
know,
good
and that's
idea.
good for the execs who
Yeah.
are here too.
Yeah.
It's easier,
Just on the back.
yeah, just on the
Oh,
back is
okay.
fine, Steve.
Sorry.
You know, it makes it a lot easier because then Tia does not have to say, oh, I have to call this person or that person.
First and last
Yeah.
name, please.
Yeah, first and last name, please.
But we will
Okay.
still, I think for travel, they may need the invite, so I'll make sure that they
Yeah,
get
so
it.
So for travel, so we can arrive as early as 8:30. I plan to be there then. I don't think I'll have to do a lot, but we'll start at 10:30. And we'll try to wrap up by 1:30. If we end up wrapping up earlier, that's great. And also, again, just a reminder, the awardees will have a chance to speak, but just keep it under 2 minutes, so you might want to remind them. Same as
That
us,
was really
stay
nice last
stay
year,
professional
actually.
and whole 9 yards, yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay,
Okay, thank you very much, Rick, and
That was
thank
a-
you to your
That was a good
committee,
idea.
because, you know, it's like, it's a beef dish. So
Beef.
you have a choice of either beef or vegetarian. Okay, and the sheet is going around for you to sign up with, okay? Going on, there is no unfinished business on the agenda. Going to new business, the adoption of the slate of officers for 2026, 2027, and the names will be announced by the committee today. We need a motion to bring that to the floor.
all motion. Rick?
Okay, Rick?
I'll second that.
Okay, Stephen will second. So the nominations for the slate for 2026, 2027 are,
We have Chair Beth, returning, possibly, on the roster. We have first vice chair Gary Simon, and then second vice chair is Susie Schober.
Thank you. Okay, at this point, are there,
That's the
that's the slate. Okay, at this point, though, are there any nominations from the floor?
Hard to beat that.
Okay.
Beverly, I
Seeing-
didn't understand who was up for chair.
Okay, the people who the committee is recommending are myself as chair, Gary Simon has first vice chair, Susie Schoberg has second vice chair.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and now we have nominations from the floor. Okay, seeing none, oh. Okay. Seeing none, it was moved by Rick Tabor, seconded by Steve Lung. All those in favor of the adoption of the slate of officers for 2026, 2027, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. You've adopted the new business item. We are now up to public testimony. Is there anybody on the appointed members, which is our PABEA group, who would like to give a report?
I do.
Sarah?
Yes, thank you. I meant to make a copy. I apologize. My printer is on the fritz, but there is a Senate concurrent resolution out that has to do with food safety, and it talks a lot about the different insecure or vulnerable populations in Hawaii. And I would like to urge everybody to read it.
And Sarah, what is the concurrent resolution number?
It's number 41.
Okay,
SD1. And I have no idea what's happening with it, except that they are not offering an opportunity to testify at this time.
okay, thank you. Okay, anybody else? Okay. Don't see anybody. Okay, going on, appointed members, ex officio. I think Kathy was, I don't think I saw Kathy on the screen.
If she's not here, she does have an announcement.
Yeah, I thought she did. Yeah.
Hi, I'm here.
Yeah, there she is. I knew she had an appointment. She was gonna make this announcement.
This is
Okay.
exciting.
Hi. Yeah, I'm happy to announce to PABEA that Ryan Yamade, the Department of Human Services Director, announced the appointment of Meredith Nichols as the MedQuest Division Administrator effective April 17th. As you may know, Meredith was previously the MQD Assistant Administrator from February 2017 and recently the acting administrator when Judy Moore Peterson retired. Meredith has 30 plus years of managerial experience in various leadership roles. Meredith is very personable and she has graciously presented related MedQuest updates to PABEA in the past.
Yeah. Thank you, Kathy. And please, really our congratulations to Meredith. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Exciting.
Yeah, very exciting. Okay. I don't see Dr. Lewis. Did you?
I think he's traveling.
That's right. I recall he
Yeah,
did
he
say
did say
something.
that,
Yeah, he
yeah.
was going to be out of town. Okay.
Mhm.
Paula, Department of Health. I did see Paula there. Yeah,
Hi,
there she is.
everyone.
Paula.
Hey.
Hi, Paula.
Nothing new for me other than what I've already submitted. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Paula. Okay, Department of Transportation. Tammy wasn't online. I did not see her. Alan. Alan's not here. Okay. Ryan from Department of Education. And then we'll go to Janelle.
Janelle's here.
Janelle's here. Hi, Janelle.
Sorry about that. I couldn't get off mute fast enough. How is everybody? I don't have any particular talking points today, but I just wanted to say that CMS is here for any questions, concerns, especially related to the inclement weather that you guys had a couple weeks ago. So thank you.
Okay, thank you, Janelle. Okay, going on to our area agencies. Thank you very much for being here today. Hawaii County. Hawaii.
Just a few things outside of our report. We're ongoing adjusting and positioning for non-meeting, so that's continuing to happen. Since the storms, we've been participating in a lot of social and human services, committees and been working with like civil defense and, housing, mayor's office on just different recovery efforts from storm. Currently, our office is working on the area plan and planning and prepping for the focus groups that are to come this summer. And then we had another intergenerational event, that just took place last week. We partnered with KTA, Food Basket, the Office of Sustainability Planning, Foster. And Intermediate. And all the participants that came, every Kukuna that came, we asked them to bring in a handwritten recipe, and we took all those recipes and created a cookbook for everybody to take home. Oscar donated plants, and they were able to take home plants. So really the theme was around sustainability, farm to table, and to help further the independence, post all that stuff. Issues. So it's a very successful event, and we plan to continue this intergenerational series and hoping to bring new ideas at each event. And then our older Americans luncheon is next week Friday.
Yep.
We're
Wow.
excited, yeah.
And it's in Hilo, you gotta announce that.
Yeah, so here that we take Hilo. But in doing so, we were able to charge a lot less for the tickets, so we have completely sold out. I believe this year we have 240, which beats a lot of our previous years in attendance. So we're very excited for that, and we hope to continue that, having it around the island so that we can reach different, different people. So we're very excited about that.
Thank you. Any questions for we? Okay, going on. Honolulu County has been very busy. Yeah.
So as Caroline mentioned, coming out of Kona, well, during Kona Low, we're mobilizing food relief already. The shelter first stood up, make sure the shelters had food. So we provided 3 hot dogs for shelter participants there. Shortly thereafter, we had a 3-day window for launch of a community assistance center. So City Department of Emergency Management asked EAD to stand up that community assistance center in Wailua. We brought over 30+ organizations at Wailua Community Gymnasium Park. Ran it for close to 3.5 weeks, 7 days a week, ultimately serving over 1,500 households. Some of the services that were particularly beneficial was document replacement, SNAP enrollment, interpreter services. So we mobilized our language access partners. So that was super helpful. If you may or may not know the community, you have a lot of Southeast Asian farmers there, Laotian, Thai, Vietnamese. What was special is that we didn't see those groups for 1 week. Then on the second and third weeks, they came out in droves. I think what that hopefully told us was that there was then built trust within the community as far as our intentions and what we were trying to do. A lot of them are undocumented individuals as well. From there, stood up 2 more events. Well, Wailua was the most impacted per household by community. Laie was the next, so we stood up 2 events in Laie at the BYUH campus. And then after that, just maybe last week, 2 weeks ago, the time.
I think it was last week.
Yeah, Waianae as well. So I would say close to maybe 3,000 households across the island we supported. That was in the relief phase. Now is the recovery phase. So folks probably saw on the news that there was the federal declaration. So FEMA now individual assistance supports is available. Coordinating and mobilizing now with our community partners for them to provide support with the FEMA applications and enrollment. Small business associations similarly, right, is offering applications for businesses that were impacted. I think all in all, it seems like a blur, but I feel like yeah, a lot of good work was done,
Very good.
by EAP, but by the.
Out of curiosity, you mentioned undocumented immigrants, seniors undocumented. Do you provide any type of help or assistance or guidance or not at all?
No, we provided them with the same supports and services as anyone else. Yeah, they were just nervous because of the political climate right
Right.
now. That maybe they would be tracked or monitored,
Mhm.
right? So by the fact that word got out that it was our intention only to help, then word got back to them, right? Which then they showed up maybe in week 2 or week 3.
Yeah. Oh, great.
Yeah, food relief, all of that,
Mm.
financial assistance.
Thank you.
I have a question,
Oh, Steve?
and it's not specific to Derek, but I'm just wondering, do we have any idea at all, do any of the counties try to, are there any metrics or is there any data about the number of affected seniors? I mean, you know, I know that a lot has been done for the overall population, but I'm just wondering, do we have the ability to look at the number of affected seniors and how they were affected?
Yeah. You could back into that data. So for instance, emergency management was registering homes that were damaged, right? So you could
Right.
back into that data, yeah, but I think your question more drives towards.
And of course, I mean, I'm asking because that's our responsibility. That should be our primary concern and focus here in this PABEA.
There's ways to do it, but it's making sure that you get the right data, because a lot of seniors aren't reporting issues. And so I know emergency management has been going into the communities and going door to door
Right.
to identify homes that have been damaged, but unless it gets reported, it won't get documented and analyzed.
And then I think outside of that too, obviously the calls that are coming into like the ADRC asking for like handyman resources and things like that, those are, obviously being documented through our database. But then FEMA has their own database that they're using, so information can be pulled from that. I know on our island too, we have a nonprofit, mainly one nonprofit that's doing a lot of the social navigator piece and like going to community asking, and so they have their own way of keeping information and data that they're also plugging into FEMA's database. So we can set it ourselves too. We needed that information from those community partners that we work with.
I think what state is standing up, right, the disaster case management contract, right?
Yeah.
I think through
Yeah.
DHS, right?
Yeah, I believe that was my understanding.
And I'm also curious as to whether, even anecdotally, I mean, where did we hear of Puna having any, particular problems, through, what happened through the storms, the flooding,
Yes.
right, but then what?
And what?
You're right. Yes.
And if we have all these different organizations that are tracking whatever, how come we're not putting up that data together?
Right.
I think.
Shared, amongst like. For specifically our island, right, there's a database that the nonprofit has that is shared with our county and through the social services committee that the county has, so. It's all a shared system. For, the nonprofit even working, and then that's kind of the effort, at least in Hawaii County, the mayor's effort is to not duplicate, to have, one centralized place that we can all share this information, so we know who's got who's addressing what. And so that's kind of how these committees have come, these different task force and committees, and that's why to have these shared across organizations.
So how would someone be able to access that data?
Like another organization
Or like you to report back that these are seniors and these are the services that they were inquired about and they were served with whatever service.
Yeah.
Communities, right, yeah.
like you know, whoever's requesting it, we can work with them there to either put it out or make it available on our website, you know, it just.
It sounds like a good idea, an opportunity to tell us here.
Right,
Okay, thank you, okay,
so that
Thank
might
you,
be a
Derek.
reporting thing
Okay,
for next
so-
meeting.
okay.
Is that the
And you-
request? Is that something we can have?
Yeah.
We can request if they can get it done, they can get it done. If they cannot, they cannot. I mean, because, you know, it's gonna vary. I mean, you know, the three counties over there, Maui, Hawaii, and Oahu, were really, Kauai too,
You guys
but
were
not,
ahead,
and
right?
Kauai too, but not as much as the other three islands,
Yeah.
okay? So if you were to ask our Kauai director, you know, what response did they have compared to the other three, would you be able to have that kind of statistics too?
Not as detailed, we probably go through chemo.
Yeah.
Can I make a suggestion though? I mean, I know all of you have been, especially Derek with the Waialua stuff. They have, I mean, three whole weeks plus, he was removed from even his own office to do this. And I think it's a good ask, but maybe after we get through this, after we get through some of the rebuilding and stuff, that may be something that we could ask of them, but I really don't want to tax them with that. There's a lot of other changes going on. We're behind with our state and area plan. Well, they've done a great job to move area planning forward, but that's also something that we're revving up because it needs to be submitted by next June. So I'd hate to tax them with that right now. But I think it's something that, well, maybe we could add that into the survey. Well, no, surveys are going out already, right? Yeah. But I mean, it's a good ask. I just think the timing right now, maybe in a few months when the dust kind of settles, maybe we could take a look at it then, maybe.
There is a portion survey that has disaster.
Their preparedness stuff, right?
So-
Yeah, that's true.
That's-
Yeah.
I would like to see that.
Thank you.
Because we have, you know, in both Maui and in Hawaii
Thank you.
County.
Okay, very
Yeah.
good. Thank you. So let us go on, okay? And for whatever reason, I need to apologize. For whatever reason, my ringtone keeps going on.
Yeah,
Even
and
though
I'm
I'm not
trying to help
telling
her.
anybody.
Is there anyone with tech
Anyway,
savvy
so
that
I
can
was
help
gonna
her
just
with
give
this?
it to Jason, so Jason can do it for us or something. You wanna just take it outside and leave it on your desk, maybe? That might help.
Leave it on my desk.
Yeah. Okay, thank
Just
you.
don't leave it on my desk.
Thank you,
okay?
Tani.
We'll-
And
we'll
I
try
don't know,
to-
really don't know why it
It's
keeps
really bad.
ringing. I mean, I felt bad, cause it keeps, I can hear it. No, but I can
could-
hear it because it's
yeah.
on our side.
I
You
could
can't.
hear it.
It's very faint, but you can, so I apologize for that, especially after we talked about decorum. So I apologize.
But your
Okay?
silence doesn't even go on.
No,
You
it
need a
didn't.
new phone.
No, I don't. Okay. Kauai Agency, Emily.
So we've been busy with our planning our older Americans event, which is going to be the last Friday of this month. I believe it's May.
Yeah.
We have a good turnout. Our panel, very good panel that we're using is actually our staff, that was on the company. So that's pretty cool. Have them come back and be involved with this. We are, also going on with the area plan, as Karen had said, we had our first focus group, kind of like a tester that we did within our agency. So we haven't distributed the service yet, we're in the process of finalizing that, but just gathering data and seeing how we're going to, just the different ideas that have come about, working collectively to come up with another survey more on from a different perspective. We're working on that. And yesterday we had a successful quarterly elder justice meeting. That was good there as well. We had a lot of input and good ideas from the community. We had Greenwood come down again, and we are in the midst of planning our second annual conference in June to bring awareness to financial institutions, fraud, and able to bring in our new police chief. He's newly appointed and very excited for his involvement, because that's what has been lacking on Hawaii. We have a good relationship with the fire department, but for police and getting more involvement with our attorneys as well, prosecuting attorneys, because we feel like it's that concerted effort between those key players that are really gonna help move the needle.
Any questions for Emily? Okay, going on. Ms. Rowena from Maui County.
Okay, so we're at the tail end of our budget season for County of Maui. The county council just did their first reading. And I am very happy with how our office fared because we saw an increase in our general funds to increase it increased the funding for contracted services for Kupuna. So typically in recent years, the County of Maui has funded about 1.15 million. This year, the county council increased it to 2.5 million.
Oh,
So we can use those monies to expand services, pay our providers and get more seniors the help that they need in our communities. And it took a lot of advocacy and also analyzing our data and how much money we're spending monthly, and also showing that we have wait lists for all these services, and we're also using like data from community surveys saying that adult daycare and caregiver services rose at the top of the list in community needs in Maui County. So we shared that and said, we gotta fund this. And so the county council was very open to hearing that message and subsequently funding our request for an increase. The budget also includes funding for grants to organizations like Habitat for Humanity so that they can do home renovation and retrofits for low-income seniors and persons with disabilities. Something new is a grant for on-demand transportation for seniors in the amount of $150,000, and that's to Napo Aloha, a volunteer organization that does provide rides, but they also have an on-demand transportation program through Lyft. So they help seniors coordinate rides in the community so that they can go shopping, or it's not assisted transportation, but it's transportation to allow them to be more independent and in the community. It also another new program is a Meals on Wheels program through Halenga Ho'olu for seniors and persons with disabilities who are not eligible for Title III Meals on Wheels services. There is a criteria that we use when we connect people to our collective programs, 60 and over, homebound, but there are a lot of other seniors there's persons with disabilities under the age of 60 who don't qualify or are eligible. So this is one way to address their needs in the community. And also another grant that was approved in this year's budget is the establishment of a home health program on Molokai. That was a need for a very long time. I think the previous program through Napu'uwai, it stopped. So the community members asked Halemakua, hey, can you come to Molokai? So they put together a grant and were awarded, I think, 200,000. So we're going to be working with them to get that started. But overall, a lot of great things, and I'm hoping that we can fly right into the second reading and continue that track. Last month in April, our Council on Aging met, and our featured speaker was Justin Lamb from Office of Healthcare Assurance. And I asked him to come in because the council was really interested in why there aren't very many adult care homes on Maui. And one of the issues that he shared with us is that out of all the counties, Maui County has the most stringent building code. It requires that all care homes, new care homes that are being licensed, have a fire suppression system. So that affects the ability for applicants to get licensed. If they don't have a fire suppression system in their home, like a sprinkler, then they won't pass their certificate of occupancy. And I think that occupancy, that CO is required for your license. So the Council on Aging is really interested in looking at that barrier and making a recommendation to the mayor to see if there's ways. We're the only county that requires it. On Maui, there's only 5 to 7 care homes whereas Honolulu has perhaps 1,000 or.
If not more.
So.
All in one
Lanai
pile.
doesn't have one, Molokai doesn't have.
Mhm.
one. So we need to see how we can address that.
Barbara, you have a question?
I was just gonna say, is this include single story?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Really?
I know for Honolulu County, for buildings, if you're an older, that there's requirements that you, if you don't need a sprinkler is if you're within so many feet or
from a
yards
hydrant.
of a fire hydrant.
Oh.
But if it's new construction, you automatically have to have,
That's sprinklers.
but, yeah, so
Thank you.
always nice to
That
be
may
near
be
a
something to
fire
look
hydrant.
True. So true. Okay, thank you, Rhoda. Oh, you have something else that you
Yeah,
can
our
share?
Outstanding Older Americans Award luncheon is on May 15th. We have 13 honorees this year, and it's being held at the Cameron Center where our office is located, and we're gonna have a great time. So thank you.
Thank you so much, and I thank all the directors, you know, you folks are putting out a lot, and definitely Mother Nature doesn't help us all the time, and it just adds another layer to the roles that you folks are doing. So I thank you all. Okay, announcements. As you all heard earlier, Kapuna Caucus has been rescheduled to May 8th. You are all invited to watch via Zoom or YouTube. Our next meeting for PABEA will be on Friday, June 5th at 12 noon. Older American Month is going to be on June 12th, 2026 at 15 Craigside Place. Rick would like us there. He will let us know what time we should be there. Okay, and those of us coming in from the neighbor islands, we will be there when we are there. Okay, but people on Oahu, definitely Rick will let you know what time, you know, in an email at our next meeting. Okay, with that, thank you all very much and be safe going home. This meeting is adjourned at 12:52 p.m. Okay,
Sure.
are we